BYD's new electric pickup truck or ute has been spotted here in Australia. Now we know there's going to be a plug-in hybrid version and then an electric version soon after. Something about the sighting of this truck in Australia suggests to me that there's still a fair bit of work to go, unfortunately. I don't think it's going to be coming out as soon as what BYD says, but you never know. Hello my friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans, you're watching the Electric Viking. BYD have been working on a pickup truck for quite a while, and BYD's actually second most popular electric car brand, just behind Tesla in Australia. Now speaking of Australia, guys, I'm going to be at the Everything Electric, the live show, basically the EV show, the biggest EV show in Australia. I'll be there on the 10th and the 11th of February, but the show's from the 9th to the 11th. Kids are free up to the age of 15. If you want 20% discount on your tickets, I've got a promotion code. I'll put it in the description below. Would love to see you there. A camouflage prototype of the BYD Electric Ute has been spied on an Australian freeway. Somebody posted this on social media. So someone's just driving along, obviously someone who knows BYD pretty well, to be able to pick up on the fact that this was a BYD Ute. So kudos to whoever took these photos. Well done. Anyway, someone's seen this and just taken some photos, which is pretty cool that they did that. What I found interesting is the vehicle was in left-hand drive. So Americans, here in Australia, we have right-hand drive cars because obviously we drive on the other side of the road versus what you drive on. So it's unfortunate. I've always wished that we had we drove on the same side of the road as Americans because then we get American cars. But anyhow, another story. So that's what leads me to think that this vehicle still has a fair bit of development work to go. It's an evaluation vehicle, it said on the back. So they're still evaluating its performance, its abilities. Remember as well that if BYD know that if this pickup truck, if this ute is not really good, if it's not, in that ballpark of Ford Ranger, Toyota Hilux is not that good at the moment, but you know what I'm talking about. If it's not up to scratch, then people are going to kind of, write it off and it'll be a hard sell. So BYD are clearly doing a lot of work testing and evaluating the vehicle. There are pickups in Australia right now that are being tested, said EV Direct, who's basically the CEO of BYD here in Australia. The first ute or pickup truck arrived a couple of weeks ago and is going through testing in Australia. We're seeing the BYD brand become more and more Australianized and suitable for Australian roads as the brand grows its range in Australia. Now, speaking of the brand being Australianized, that's not really true. I think exaggerates a lot of fairly hyperbolic, to be honest, in a lot of his statements. I don't see how BYD electric cars are Australianized. As far as I can tell, they're pretty much the same as what they are in Thailand, what they are in Israel, what they are in Europe. The models are basically the same. So maybe the ute will be Australianized. I'm not sure, but he does go on to say that apparently any changes made to the Australian version are actually going to be rolled out on other versions outside of Australia anyway. There'll be design elements that have been made over 6 to 9 months. So there's already been elements suitable for Australia, he says, re-engineered into the vehicle to make it more suitable for Australian conditions. It's already happened. Some of the local stylings and attributes that people want to see in a ute or pickup have been implemented by the Australian engineers already in partnership with BYD engineers in China. Those changes will be implemented to the ute for other markets to make it better. So he's saying that any changes here made by the Australian engineers, who apparently are working with BYD, they will make those same changes to the Chinese version, to the version going into other countries as well. The BYD Ute, it's coming first as a plug-in hybrid, unfortunately, in Australia. What do I say unfortunately? A lot of people question why I criticize plug-in hybrids. It's because they give electric cars a bad name. They do. Guys, you see these ads, electric car set itself on fire. Well, the truth is, statistically, plug-in hybrids actually do have frequent fires. They do. In fact, very frequent. 97 times more likely that a plug-in hybrid car will catch on fire than a purely electric car. It does make sense, considering you've got a battery pack, an electric drivetrain with an internal combustion engine drivetrain, with petrol sitting in a big tank there. Anyhow, there will be an electric version, so that's what I'll personally be waiting for. BYD, when you bring the electric version, I definitely want one, no question. That apparently is coming the year after, or so about 6 months to a year after the plug-in hybrid version launches. So what will it come with? What will be the specifications? Well, apparently the plug-in hybrid version will have a 1.5 litre turbocharged gas-powered engine, so petrol engine, with 2 electric motors, One in the front, one in the back. Total system power is said to be 365 kilowatt, which is about what, 470 horsepower, 460 horsepower. A lot of power. That's massive. I mean, that's more than what the Ford Ranger Raptor has. Will it really be that powerful? I don't know, but if it is, that would be cool. But there's one thing worth considering. Of course, it will have a fairly sizable battery. People are saying that it's likely it's going to have a battery that will give it 100 kilometers of electric only range. That's the plug-in hybrid version. That would require it to have a big battery pack. This is a brick-shaped car. This is not going to be efficient. Like no Ute is efficient. Electric Utes obviously aren't efficient. So it would need a really big battery to get 100, probably a 40 kilowatt hour battery minimum to get 100 kilometers of range, meaning you've got a petrol drivetrain, a gasoline turbocharged drivetrain. Then you've also, and that needs a transmission, of course. Then you've also got the electric drivetrain. It's going to be a heavy vehicle. I would suggest it'll be probably 2,600 kilograms, so probably about 5,500 pounds. It won't be light. So yeah, it's going to be significantly more powerful than a Ranger Raptor. But by the time this comes out, there apparently will be a Ranger Raptor hybrid as well, plug-in hybrid, I'm hearing. So we'll have some interesting competition here. I personally, I like the looks. I think in these, these photos here, it looks like the wheels are, the offset of the wheels looks weird. It looks like the wheels are sitting in too far inside the guards. It just looks a bit wrong. The wheels look small, but I think that's just something that's just not that relevant, to be honest. The general design looks a little bit like a Ford F-150. Looks a little bit like a Ford Ranger. Good design from BYD. I think they did a good job on the design. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Would you prefer a plug-in hybrid, one of these, or a fully electric one? What are your thoughts? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.